Welcome. This is round one of an Oath of the Gatewatch release draft, so Oath battle. And we're battling with a green-black deck. A pretty strong start. This gives us ways to find double green, and just about any land we draw will be good. And we even have a way to activate Stalking Drone. So easily a keep on the draw. So let's, ooh, nice draw. So now we can cast Seed Guardian on time. Snapping Gnarlid is a good one. So what's the play here? I guess let's get Gnarlid out there. And the more of these creatures that die, the better Seed Guardian becomes. Except for the fact that we're against the colors that exile creatures rather than destroy them. Okay. So first thing, what does the most damage? I believe what we want to do is play Stalking Drone after the attack. But we'll see. You know, that leaves us Unknown Shores for next turn. We can get in possibly 6 damage next turn and play the Envoy. Sure. Something like that. The life doesn't seem so important right now. And here is something, yeah, it's a little harder to tap for mana. Alright, well, none of our creatures punch through that, except they don't know about our trick. So let's play our landfall. We can attack with both. And I will use the trick, so I expect them to block Snapping Gnarlid to make us tap more mana. Ah, no blocks. That's also fine. I'm just going to activate the Stalking Drone and cast out the Envoy. Be mana efficient. Next turn that lets us do plenty of things plus a Seed Guardian. It's kind of funny, if they want to tap down our Envoy at some point, they'll have to let us gain a life. So what is going on? That's a shiny looking Spawnbinder Mage. One of the mid to high range removal spells in this set, strapped onto a creature. Whoa, what? Oh, I see. They needed green mana. Well, that was difficult. Okay, landfall. No reason not to just attack with everything here. Figure out combat math later. It's not so important. Depending on how they block, we could use vines to save a creature. Or, yeah, or this is pretty easy. We just activate this guy. Hopefully they don't exile it in response. But that might be a risky play on their part. And as long as we're not facing down a Wrath here, I think it's pretty safe to play Seed Guardian. We've got our opponent on the ropes. What's this guy doing? I don't know. Okay. He's getting cast. That's what he's doing. Alright, so we've had a pretty efficient game. We've used all our mana every turn. Give or take. That's a nice one. It's not an ally, though, so no real combos going on there. Do we have to stop attacking? That would be a shame, wouldn't it? I guess what I want to do here is play land, play Kozilek's Translator, and then hold up vines, and then just attack with everything. The reason for doing that is we can hold up Stalking Drone's activated ability. Yeah, this seems about right. We get in at least 1 damage this way. Most likely 3. And depending on how our opponent blocks, we'll be able to save... Yeah, this is a good block on their part. So what to do? I think we trade Snapping Gnarlid and Vines of the Recluse for Catacomb Sifter. And we just throw Gnarlid under the bus. What the heck? Well, I shouldn't have tapped it, but whatever. I guess it's a visual cue that it does use it. 3. It's our best bet. I mean, we could take down the Raptor, or we could take down the Sifter or save our guy. I guess I like taking down the Raptor. Because that forces their opponent's hand to have a flyer, which they can look for. Yeah, I admit I didn't really think about all the possible blocks there, but it seemed like a pretty good attack anyway. Ooh, drawn his Emissary. That's not a bad one. And it is a flyer. And an ally. Whoa. That's insane. And land creatures. Oh, I thought this was all creatures, so that's not quite as good as I thought it was, but it's still quite good. Alright, well, this is pretty easy. I can't attack on the ground. Opponent just has too much toughness, can block everything. I can attack in the air for 1. Opponent might be hesitant to block with drawn his Emissary. But any trick that would kill drawn his Emissary might be close to killing them. So, sure, that works. Oh, this is not what I thought it was. I should take this out of it. Well, no, I'll leave it in. But if this was a holdout settlement, the one that taps a creature down, that helps, yeah, helps Envoy gain some incidental life. So now that our opponent is smashing us on the board, we just need to hope that Ornreef Hydra lives. Because we can't really survive this drawn as Emissary forever. Okay, opponent is... Oh, they got our Hissing Quagmire, too. Too much power over there. That was an excellent pack. This, Seed Guardian, and Baloth and Null Drifter. Alright, just nothing that kills Ornreef Hydra, please. That would be great. Yeah, I think the Ornreef Hydra trades with enough, especially if we find another land. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, at I guess 8 is the sweet spot, so no 2 creatures can kill it without killing 2 creatures. Something like that. No, even that's not true. We need 9. 9 is the sweet spot. Because if the 3 big creatures block it, then the only way to kill 2 of them is to have 9 power. you know, still, an opponent could just tap it down every turn, so that's kind of annoying. Yep, that's a 2/3. Corpse Churn. What if I use that now? Probably. Just to see what we get. There must be some good creatures in this deck. There's got to be something good. Yeah, we'll use the ability. I believe the best thing here is the Assassin. Just because it can Death Touch. We could attack in the air with a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going to bother attacking with the Envoy. Maybe I should. Opponent has nothing in play. One card in hand. Yeah, I think I'll do that anyway. Without the holdout settlement, we can't tap it on their turn, so they just don't have to attack. Attacks are pretty bad from our opponent because Drawn as Emissary is weak to... You know, it's just not racing as fast as the Envoy. Well, with the life gain it is, but it's not worth it to risk it. Okay, here they climb up from their 5 life to take back the game. That's what we needed. Opponent took all the cards we were interested in, plus all the white cards. A couple more Saddleback Legacs and we're in this game. I guess that's worth playing. So let's get some landfall trigger going and attack with some of this stuff. I don't mind just throwing Assassin into our opponent's face, given that it has Death Touch here. They have to block it, it has to trade with something. So there we have it. Even a single Envoy, I mean, you kind of see the power here, like, it just gums everything up. What? They gave up their 4/5? Of all the creatures they could trade with it, maybe that was the best. Yeah, otherwise they'd have to trade 2 creatures with it, and they're not interested in doing that. These Scries might bode poorly for us. The other interesting thing that I didn't really consider is that this gives everything +2/+2, including Hissing Quagmire if they ever activate it, which they have the mana. Alright, what now? What now? This is a lot of mana for a big... Oh, they took our... How did they get both Baloth and the other card? It's not reasonable. God. Well, that explains some things. Forest would be a good draw here. Wooded... Oh, yeah. Blighted Woodland would be amazing. Or Nice's Renewal. Too bad that's not instant, because that would be quite a shock. Alright, they just cast their entire graveyard, in addition to a 6-drop. Sounds about right. And they've never used this thing. Okay. So, in the air, we're still not dying. Can't use this the turn it comes into play. So I'll keep attacking with this Envoy. Or are they tapping it down? No, they're tapping our big guy. Seems about right. I'll attack with this thing. And play a 4/4. We're slowly losing this race. This should be a good one, though. If this Soothsayer survives, eventually it'll add up to as much advantage as that Null Drifter. Baloth Null. Of course, I'm not too optimistic about our chances. That's a nice one. And it's also another set of wings to get in front of the vampire. Yes, that's some good stuff. Alright, we are being smashed in the air. Apparently this thing has reach, though. I didn't know it had reach. So you got me. Yeah, I forgot it had reach, too. Just to tell him that in the lulz. Those are mistakes you don't make twice. I mean, that's the kind of thing that happens in an early format. There's no way they wanted to do that, right? Zero chance of that. Okay, I'm going to start doing this on our turn. Always yield to the gain. So we lose one, after gaining one, then we draw a card, play a land. Cool, so we're safe in the air for a little bit. I guess the Hydra's getting tapped down. No good attacks. It does say reach. It doesn't look like it has a reach. I mean, he has leaves on him, if that's any indication of how high he can go. What? Absurd. Alright, gain 8, double your life, have another ally. And that's a good ally versus the Seed Guardian. I don't think his token has reach. Not sure they attack here. Okay. Man. I'm trying to think of reasons why we wouldn't want to use Malakir's Soothsayer to try to draw something. I mean, opponent is going to attack for 4, but we just need to draw something. Yeah, that gets tapped. Can't do much about that. Another Vampire Envoy. Okay. Okay. Don't mind drawing that. Still have to play defense here. I didn't expect this to be as grindy as it is, but our decks are somewhat evenly matched, it seems. They have a little bit stronger late game, which makes sense. They're a whole another color than us. They probably didn't get quite cut as hard as we did. Alright, that's 5 power in the air. And how many creatures are in our graveyard? We've got 3 now. So that would be 4 when this dies. 3, 4. We can't team up on this thing yet, so I'll just let it in. And tie game. After a quick start, we have tied things up. Alright, well, definitely get this guy out first. Blood-Bond Vampire, and then our opponent has enough on defense that I don't want to attack with an Envoy. But part of me wants to try teaming up on the Angel. Yeah, this is tough. I believe our Hydra is just going to get tapped down every combat. So once again, yeah, I'm just going to pass here and see if we can get an attack off. With the Hydra, based on how big our opponent's creatures are, it doesn't even seem that impressive to attack with it. But I'll just play land. Now, I didn't want to tap with this thing. I want to start doing that on our opponent's end step, just because their board is getting a bit ridiculous, and we are taking damage. And possibly we could triple block this thing, the Angel of Renewal, and it would only kill one of our creatures. Oh my. Yeah, that's a thing. Landfall gets a 3/3 with Vigilance. Interesting. I've not had the chance to play with or against this yet. I'm pretty strong, though. But it's not an ally, so even that common thing, while it doesn't have this sweet landfall ability, is still interesting. They played that first, and now they're not attacking, so I like that we left up the blockers we did. We get to start putting counters on the vampire. Okay. Okay. And they chose not to do it. That was smart, in case we had some removal spell. Alright, so we're going to have a lot of triggers here. We can yield to all these things. And we draw a card. Oh, there's our lizard friend. And the Bladed Woodland. Yeah, this is starting to look up here. So we've got this thing. We've got Saddleback Lagak. And I'm tempted to just put one counter on each of these Vampire Envoys. But I could also see putting a counter on the Seed Guardian. No, let's do these guys. Then they can each block or attack through a bird. Right, seems like a stalemate, except we're going to deck ourselves first. However, our opponent is going to time out first. So if this somehow draws to a third game, we might just be advantaged for that reason. Loam Larva. Not the order you want to draw that in. It is a fine card, but it's just way weak later in the game. Early enough, if you get it out and it's just a body to put some support counters on, it could be good. But are they missing a fourth color? Board is getting huge. I'm just going to close that chat to see it a little more clearly. You know, I think it's turning back around in our favor. We've stabilized again. Just have to get 16 damage in somehow. It wouldn't be quite as in our favor if our opponent just didn't attack into our reach creature with this thing. But they did. So here they get to do a landfall trigger from Natural Connection. I don't think it's likely that they'll attack. But you never know. Okay. We got a 5/5 vigilance thing. We can team up on it with our lizard, I guess. Wow. Opponent's out of cards in hand. Yeah, this is perfect. Declare attacker step, so what can we do? This could not have been the right attack. Alright, let's go to blocks, figure this out. We've got Seed Guardian, which we can put on... I don't know. This guy. Put another guy on that guy. block another flyer. I want this thing to live, so I'll put that there. I want this thing. Vigilance. This will become a 5/5, so it can tangle with the Baloth Null. And then we can put one here. So this way we're taking 7. Opponent has no tricks. And we come out pretty far ahead. Now, this way they'll also have 4 blockers. Oh no, we're taking more than that. We're taking 6 in addition to all of this. Yeah, maybe I don't care about this angel, and I just want to chump block the advocate. Yeah, wow, this is a... I want to try to get the most out of this block, but it's kind of hard. Do we want to kill this land? No, they'll only have... Right. Alright, I'd rather block this and kill the embodiment. So our opponent only has 2 blockers, and then we can do a ton of damage back. Yeah, I think we just win if we block like this. Is there a better thing to block with the Seed Guardian? I don't see it. Okay, block like this. And then activate this guy. Find some lands. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't really matter, although forests are better triggers. And then we want to tap one of the envoys to draw a card, gain a life, and F6. Alright, opponent has to muddle through some triggers. We're at 3, and we're going to be well over lethal, I would think. And if not, we just ruined our opponent's board, so... Huh. That's that desperation attack. I swear, we need a plummet in this deck. Or we need Zulaport Chainmage to break the tie there. That's reasonable. Maybe that's worth bringing in. What's it better than? 4 drops are all kind of good. Seer's Lantern would have been good that game. And then there's Gnarlid, that's okay. Corpse Churn was fine. Vines was fine. I'm fine with this. If we had more things to take down flyers, it'd be better, but this is pretty good. The random Seed Guardian, that was excellent. Yeah, we won that long, grindy game because they made a pretty big mistake. So it was in our favor, then it was in our opponent's favor, and then eventually back in our favor again. So this looks like a fine hand. Similar start to last game. A couple of the key pieces there. Our Stalking Drone is slightly weaker until we get this translator down. And we're drawing pretty well, so we get to go to Seed Guardian into Saddleback Legak. Oh wow, they're going to 4 mana next turn? Alright, well, we have a Stalking Drone. Almost as cute as the lizard. Or it's just a 3-drop. Scion Summoner. It's pretty good against Stalking Drone here, since we don't have a way to activate it, so... Pass it back. I'd rather have a 3/3 later with Saddleback. What is this thing? This might be the flyer. Oh, it's a different flyer. Well, we saw how good flyers were against us. It's funny to attack with this second. I guess I'll just block it. It makes Saddleback worse. No, I'll take the damage. Yeah, not only does it make Saddleback worse, it makes Translator worse. Huh, what to do here? We didn't see too many removal spells from our opponent, so maybe getting this Kalitas in play and buffing it up with Saddleback would be a good turn of events. It's possible Seed Guardian just shuts down our opponent as well. Ah, what a tough one. Yeah, I prioritize Seed Guardian a little less. This might just make our opponent not attack us this next turn. And I don't want to run out. I mean, our opponent does not know about Kalitas, so they might not be saving their premium removal spell for, for the bomb they don't know about. And they might just use it on the Seed Guardian because it's about as early as you can get it. Oh wow, that's a good one. Yeah, so if they're playing out their creature first, they might just not be attacking. They could activate the Quagmire. Okay, they did not. So that's kind of good. Alright, let's count the mana here. So we have 5 this turn. We could have 6 or 7 next turn. It's still not enough to do Kalitas and Saddleback. Kalitos. Okay. Still, in the interest of mana efficiency, I'm going to play Kozilek's Translator. And it does let us activate Stalking Drone. It gives us a little time because our opponent's not attacking us. Kalitas will be good right before we're about to start trading creatures. And I don't think that's quite happening yet. Uh-oh. Well, might as well run into this. So there's a pump spell. And we'll get a 1/1 out of the deal. Sure. Yeah, that's about the best removal spell we've seen from our opponent, so that makes me a little happier. Now, we could have expected that, but, you know, it's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, now I guess I'm happy enough casting Kalitas. I should have played Unknown Shores there. It's a little easier to cast pay for Stalking Drone with that. But now I don't mind attacking in with these two guys. Maybe I just attack in with one. I could just attack with the Translator. If a non-token creature an opponent dies, so they could just chump with the Scion. I guess that's not super likely. Yeah, I'll attack with this. Alright, we got 3 damage in. I didn't want to make an attack that would make our opponent's attack too good. Uh-oh. Get a land. So the 6th land makes this guy active. Creature, land, or planeswalker. Hopefully not planeswalker. I guess I'd prefer land to planeswalker. Good card, but this is shaping up to be a grindy match. A grindy game, and that's not good for our opponent almost at 5 minutes now. Yeah, it's funny, sometimes... Oh, Loam Larva. So they get to set up a land drop. I'm guessing they're casting Loam Larva here. Here it is. What does this do for Planeswalkers? Any mana to cast Planeswalkers. Okay. So maybe we'll see Chandra in the near future. Oh, that was a good one. I like that. Let's cast out our friendly lizard. And we can put a counter on Kalitas and a counter on... I suppose the Elemental. Just because it matches up better against more of our opponent's creatures. Now, we can smash in with Stalking Drone and Translator. Then we have a pretty good attack force left on defense. Alright, we get in for 6. You know, it's not worth getting Kalitas in there. I mean, maybe it is before Hissing Quagmire is active. But I just don't want to risk it. Oh no, so much mana. Breaker of Armies. They needed to put an end game card in there. I'm not sure that was in game 1. Or maybe they just didn't draw it. Interesting. Most interesting. Well, it's a pretty good draw. But I wonder what what we do here. If we attack with Kalitas, our opponent just blocks with Breaker of Armies, then we attack with everything else. And our opponent could block everything else and we get a million zombies. Our opponent can attack for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They can attack for 14. Yeah, what a strange situation. How many creatures can they kill with Breaker? I guess it's just a couple. And they might die on the crackback without realizing it. One question is, should we attack with everything else? And I'm thinking maybe not. Yeah, so... Well, I guess it's worth considering. So, if we attack with everything, they block the biggest guy with Breaker. And they can block something else and pretty easily kill it with Sylvan Advocate. So I'm not going to bother attacking. We will get the lifelink off of Kalitas. We don't have anything to sacrifice to it, so it's a bit of an awkward spot. But we don't die. I mean, we gain at least 4 off of Kalitas. Uh-oh. I hope. Unless this is... I honestly couldn't tell you what I expect this to be. Okay, yeah, we saw 2 of those game 1. It's so funny seeing things cast first main, but the support guys are good candidates to show up on that turn. Alright, this is a lot of damage. And we will get 1 zombie in play after this attack. But it's not a lethal attack. Far from it. Ah, they didn't attack. And they're trying to set up a lethal attack next turn with Hissing Quagmire. Bloodbond Vampire. I guess that's a thing we could do. It's a bit of a shame that, you know, the Path Warden can't get through the Advocate. But it might be time to attack. So Breaker eats Kalidas. The Sylvan Advocate goes on the Path Warden, and then we eat it. Then a couple more of our creatures get good shots at our opponent, like the Saddleback gets eaten, that's fine. And Elemental gets chump blocked. But it might be better than just sitting around waiting to die. So play this first. And, yeah, I think I'm going to just attack with everyone here. Strange but true. And part of the reason is these two take down Breaker of Armies anyway. We'll gain the 4 life from this, so we're not going to die. We're at 22. Yeah, I mean, that's the block I expected. But they do have to block more or else they're dead. I mean, this is 13. It's 15 damage. Oh, that's a good block for us. That means we can spend the vines on another creature, like something that the Ghostly Sentinel blocks. Oh. It's like they're psychic. They know exactly what we have. They don't want to lose creatures, is one observation here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're still taking 10 this way, so they need one more block. Or else we win. Yeah, don't block there. You don't need to block there. No, we also still just win off the Stalking Drone. I forgot about that as well. Those are the blocks. So what happens here? Well, let's activate this thing first. So we're taking 5, taking 8, they could take 9. This thing lives. Can't kill anything else. Yeah, so we get 1 zombie off this. An opponent goes pretty low. Only activate this once a turn. Alright. Opponent's at 3. 3 life in 3 minutes. And we're at 22 life in, well, 7 minutes. More than twice the life, more than twice the time. And we even got a zombie for our trade. So the fact that they lost a creature means they're attacking for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 I could see this turn. But even then their Breaker dies. Right, so how do we want to block this? They can do 10 between our creatures. So that's enough to kill these 3. And eventually that will be enough. Yeah, I'll just see how he orders them, and then maybe we can try to save 2 of them. And if this is the order, then we can't really save any of them. So we trade all 3 for Breaker of Armies, and then our opponent's doing 9 in the air each turn. Ooh, rough. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Certainly gives us some more time. I kind of like attacking here. No, not against the Advocate. Yeah, let's just buy ourselves some more time. Back up to 20. Getting swamps, because those go into play, and if we draw our landfall creature, we don't want to deal with... it'd be better to draw forests later. Yep, that is a 4/4. No, it's a 6/6 because this crazy advocate. Then activate Hissing Quagmire for the first time this match. Yep. So we're taking a little bit of damage, to say the least here. We can try to team up on the Sylvan Advocate. I don't think we die to that. We take 18. Or we could try to team up on like Ghostly Sentinel and Scion Summoner. 5, 6, 7. So we take 17. And then maybe we have an out to attack past these two creatures. Interesting. Well, yeah, I'm not sure if this is correct, but it seems like one of our best options. Choose blockers. Wait, are we dead? 10, 15, 16, 17. Am I lagging out? Choose blockers? Come on. I've chosen blockers. Are these... Oh, I gotcha. Must block that if able. Yeah, okay. Well, that seems good. They're just going to do the same thing again. Yeah, my mistake. It's like, it doesn't seem like I'm lagging out too hard. And we're still taking a lot this turn. Possibly not lethal, though. We can just chump block both things. Or better yet, chump block the Advocate and bring down the other thing. 3, 4, 5. I could block both on the land, take it to 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to chump block something. Let's just chump block the big one with the spider, because, you know, if somehow this becomes unblockable, we could win that way. Right down to the wire. Fortunately for us, I don't think our opponent will have enough time to win Game 3. Kind of a sad way to win it, but then again, they might just go full aggro and take it from us. We will be on the play, so it's kind of important to gum things up. Let's see, we can take out the translator. Put in blister pod, you know, just random little things to help out. Corpse churn's a little awkward. All right, just a few minor changes like that. Play first, yes. It'll be our pleasure to play first, and this is a fine hand. Even the blister pod's going to be a pretty good one. Especially if we just draw any land, we can go 1-drop, 2-drop, 4-drop, and have a pretty solid board state. One drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. I wouldn't mind winning this game not on time and just winning on damage. And pretty strong start to do that. Yeah, okay. Yield to that. Play a little spider thing. Attack for 4. My guess is we want to put the counters on the spider and the blister pod. Yeah, that looks correct here. So we play this, yield to this landfall thing. Then we can put a counter here and here, and attack with everything. And you know what? We might just win the good old-fashioned way. Got there. Okay, well, I'm positive we're the last match going on, so I can start the next match pretty soon. See you there.